You know, I can see you dancing in the background, Jake.
You better be.
Really?
The crowd is here, about to blow.
What's up, everybody? We got Nasty in here, good guy.
Oh,
yeah, because I don't know if you guys can see anything when I pull everything out, but I can still see you guys at the bottom.
We just get I just see the video.
Yeah, that's all. I get the video. That's it.
Because we're not the gatekeeper.
I don't know how to give it to you guys. I think you need an email and you got to sign up if I do give you the access and all that.
I'm good. That's all you use.
So what's up? Fellas. What's up? Everybody's busy?
Really busy. I mean, it has blown up.
How about you, Jake?
Not as busy as my man Kurt. Kurt's over here. What did you say, Kurt? How many calls and installs and all that?
Well, I can't do it all in one day. I got 3 installs waiting. I just lost a duct job because I couldn't get to it fast enough.
Sorry. Hell yeah, though. That's a freaking awesome.
And I'm getting like 9 calls a day. I got 7.
Good problem to have.
I got 7 in a 2-hour period at the end of the day today.
Do you it's like the dudes you got used for like installs and stuff?
Sort of. There's 2 that I use, but everybody's backed up.
Like, yo, I need you. I need these calls.
Give a little extra on the back end.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's a good problem to have because I mean, I was thinking about that earlier because I've talked with other guys that like start up a business and they I've talked to Josh. I always say that he's the one that brought it up. What's his name? HVAC Guide. Mm-hmm. He's like, you know, evaluate your business in the slow season, not the busy season, right? Because then, like, if you're trying to hire people, because I think everybody in the summer feels like they need like, you know, 8-10 people out there just to keep up with the work. But then, like, come slow season, you can't give them enough work to keep them busy.
Yeah.
We're backed up right now too. Like I'll be honest.
I pretty much made up my mind. I'm not going to hire anybody.
You said I'm done with it.
Jake just hired somebody.
He's hired the big homie Giorgio. Shout out George if you're doubted, but you know.
How did you sway him over to Busy Air?
Well, you know, just talking the vision and shit. We stayed in contact. So he was kind of like I would call him a mentor, you know, showed me a lot of shit once I moved here. He's really, really huge, like really good with the Train XVs. Like the shit, if you ever see me do Train XVs in any of my older videos, that's the dude that showed me. Like he's a wizard with that shit. So just gave him the vision, bro.
Train whisperer.
Yeah. And he's been doing it just like, you know, Kurt. I mean, he's been doing this shit for 35 plus years. You know what I mean? Old school dude. And just had that vision. Like, he was getting kind of stale where he was at. It was just like the same old bullshit, you know, slamming in, but then not getting the opportunities either. You know what I mean? Just running the old mule fucking down. And I was like, that's not how he's right.
You okay there, Kurt?
I can't prop up my chair.
Mine fell back earlier. It's okay. I know the feeling. But yeah, so
the screw fell out of mine earlier. I need to put it back.
I want to get a nicer, newer, like a chair.
I want to get like a full because this is like
with the gamer chairs and shit.
Yeah, that's what I want. Just so I can like recline and shit.
Be golden, man. But yeah,
man, what was I gonna say? Oh, but he's ready to get after it. You said, right?
Yeah, dude. Like, so Monday, reverse and valve, and then we had 2 service calls. And he's just right. I'm like, dude, we're gonna, you know, we're just gonna, we don't need to crush it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because he's used to being like 10 calls a day, back up against the wall, work until 11, 12 o'clock. Nah, partner. You know what I mean? Because, you know, hey, it's good. Couple of little extra steps here and there, like with the whole, you know, evacuate. And it's not that he never did it. It's just, you don't need to rush, bro. And he's not saying that if he rushed, it would be a problem. It's just, that's just how he's built. Like, we've all
we got a guy like that. Now it's up to I mean, I don't want to get after him either, but like I have to tell him, you know, slow down, chill out.
Yeah, I don't want to tell him anything
Help.
like, yeah.
Yeah.
And he's just like, "Oh, I just gotta remind myself." That's what we keep saying. Like, I'm like, nah, dude, it's so laid back. You know, it'll get to the hustle and bustle for sure, but we don't need to do that. Like,
You know, having the time, for example, instead of giving yourself 30 minutes to an hour on a call,
mm-hmm.
if you've got 2 hours, that's a luxury.
Yeah, like you just yeah, exactly. Extra 30 minutes, dude, just we can do that. Like we don't have to fuck, I know I got 5 more calls on the other side of town I got to get to, you know?
Yeah, and that's how I used to be too, like worried about it.
Yeah.
And then
And
I was like, you know what? Like after a while, just take your time. Like
yeah.
this shit takes time because like today I've been doing compressor changeouts, right?
Yeah.
I got to do a pressure test. I got to, you know, take my time with the brazing, check for leaks, check my brazing. I did a shitty job today. I'm not going to lie. And, you know, that all accumulates in time. The other day, I think I quoted out, it was a small compressor, but I quoted for 5 hours. I damn near took the 5 hours because we had other issues that came up, which I included in the quote, right? Because I told the guy, it's an older system. I noticed you don't have any refrigerant left in the system. I know there's going to be a leak somewhere. I was like, more than likely I can fix that, right? So I added that to the quote, like a leak check or repair, and my materials and all that. And luckily it was an easy fix, but it took a long ass time because I had to like repressurize it and do it again, do it all over again, right?
Yeah, for sure. It's like that like I said, when we bill it with the flat rate shit, that's just what it is. And sometimes, you know, hey, you got that, you take it all up or you can get it done faster.
It's the same thing with a quote, right? If like for us, we don't have flat rates or anything, but we quote out a lot of jobs because it's required. And you bill, I mean, after a while, you got to figure out where your profit or your room for error is. But like sometimes, and that's why I kind of like the flat rate thing, but I don't really do it. If we did residential, we probably would. But when we quote out a job, I'll like most of the time you can take, like you said, take all that, you know, whatever's on the table there, and you're not going to have an issue, and you know you make a lot of money. And then some jobs you're going to need every last penny of that quote, right? Every last hour that you quoted.
Every time I open up a system, I quote 4 hours.
Yeah, facts.
Every time.
I think we're around 5 hours usually.
4 to 6 is a good, you know.
And sometimes if things ain't going well, it takes 4 hours.
Yeah, like it depends. Like obviously, right? We got a condenser that's all the way on the back side of the house of a large house and driveways over here. You know, 20 minutes of bullshit and of walking back and forth, carrying nitro, recovery machine, tank, vacuum pump. You know what I mean?
I'm talking like if you pressurize and you realize you got a leak.
Yo, that's the word.
You got to start back to brazing again. You got to find it.
Find where your damn leak is.
And that's going to take you another 30, 45 minutes.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's exactly what happened to me.
Yeah. So, yeah, no, it's good to quote high and then it's agreed upon. And if you get done sooner, it doesn't change. You agreed upon a price.
I didn't think they were going to agree to it. That's the one I didn't want to do.
Oh, that's the one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I added in there because I was like, I know you have a leak somewhere. And I didn't hear from them for a few weeks, like 2 or 3 weeks. And they randomly dropped that deposit. And I was like, shit, okay.
Damn it.
So I went over there and it was, and like you guys where it's like walking back and forth because of, you know, you go inside, outside a lot.
Well,
For me, it's up and down a lot.
Yeah,
so I was going up and down the ladder, getting the nitro, getting vacuum, getting everything.
You ain't fishing for it?
Yeah, I will. It's kind of hard. The nitro, I never figured out a good way to get it on the roof. I still fish for it too. But I'm always like,
big old carabiner.
I got a Klein hook on one side, and then I got a big ass carabiner on the other side of the rope. So
that's what we're gonna figure out, bro.
I thought that was funny. You showed that in one of your videos where you're down there fishing for your bag.
Yeah, we go get it somewhere, son.
I think I did it again today. I think I recorded it today, but it's the only way to do it unless you're going to be going up and down. But even then, like I kept forgetting things and I had to go back
Always.
for stuff, or I didn't have enough solder or something happened. You forget to restock. So I was going back and forth, but the nitro is always the pain in the ass to get up there because it's freaking heavy. One of my ideas was to get that drain cat. I never bought it because it was like 400 some bucks.
Yeah.
But the drain cat is essentially a nitrogen tank that you can refill, and I was gonna hook that up to purge with it.
Well, you can get they got those, the little handles that go on top of the nitro tanks, that are like he's like, it's time to go, bro. The time change is past, bud. Slow down.
Wife's outside. I bought her. We live on the river, and she's been using binoculars to bird watch and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I bought her a little telescope.
No.
So she's out there using that, and he don't know what to do.
Open the door, let him out.
Well, he can get out. He's got his own little door.
No, my man. He definitely. Then
he's just tired. After he eats his dinner, he's tired.
Sounds about right. Yeah, I'm tired.
I'm tired too. What were you saying about the nitrogen? The drain cap?
Oh, like they got those, like the little like caddy thing. I don't know what like a handle that screws onto the top of the nitro tank. It's like round. It's almost like putting a refrigerant tank handle on top of the nitro. And the drain cat has it. You know what I'm talking about?
I never picked.
Y'all know what I'm talking about?
I think I've seen them on other people's videos.
Yeah, and then you can just easy to obviously hook and easier to carry. I'm gonna quick Google search.
I just wanted something lighter to carry because I was like,
well, yeah, your little baby one is what you're gonna want to need. I don't even know what is that, a 20. Typically we carry 40s.
Oh, y'all got. Oh, yeah, that's right. Nah,
Yeah,
like on the rooftop.
Most of that to pressurize a big system.
Yeah,
I could probably pressurize 2 systems with my tank, and I gotta get another one.
Hey, yeah, like one of the, like that little handle.
Oh yeah.
I'll just make it a little bit easier.
Nah, I don't care. I put the hook on straight on the regulator. Pull it up.
Yeah, that's cool. Slip.
That's what I was gonna say. It's a little sketchy. I got to make sure nobody's around.
Just do it. Like, bada bing, bada boom.
Don't bump it on the way up.
Oh, I know. I got it. Well, yeah, like my recovery machine and all that, it has little scuffs in here from like hitting the wall and like going up and shit. But I try to be careful with it. And then I've been trying out the Ambro controls. I don't know if you've heard of it, Jake, the mini torch set. My Johnstone has it already. I don't know if you guys have seen it.
What's that? How we
don't have a Johnstone,
bro.
AMBRO control or controls.
Torch.
I've only seen it in videos.
I saw it at AHR.
What's the difference with it? The little like red one.
It uses a MAP gas.
Oh no! I see it. Yeah.
And then they have their own oxygen tanks, which are like similar to it.
Yeah. So you just.
It's like a little baby torch, dude.
What's it burn at?
I have one. And I tried it twice.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to get adjusted to the flame. Because you
lower 10?
Gotta, huh?
Lower 10?
Depends on the flame size. So I was trying to scale back the oxygen. You got to let it rip and then get that bigger flame. And then it really does pretty well. I'm going to see how long it'll last because I've done it so far on 2 compressors. So like the compressor, the dryer, a couple of patches.
What's the advantage? Does it cut down on like the oxidation or?
No, it's just the size. It's super light. And it comes the one I got came with a backpack.
The red bag?
I tried using in a settling tank with a little adapter and run a B tank torch.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't stand it, but it was real light.
The big, that's I had a homie up north. He would carry the little baby tank with the turbo. The torch was bigger than the freaking tank, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you're running wide.
I have the turbo torch in a Vito bag, and I was trying to use that, but it's loud, so I can't use it in the kitchens and stuff. So I'm trying this one out. It's doing okay. I got to get used to it. So I used that the other day to get on the roof. Well, today and the other day, and we'll see how it does. But that's one of the pains is to get those oxyacetylene on the roof.
Yeah. Well, luckily though, like if you have the plastic like carrying case, like that's okay to get all marked up going up it.
Oh yeah.
You know, fuck it, we just riding dirty.
I recently put mine in that veto bag. I forget which bag it is.
The what?
Which veto
put
bag,
my-
bro?
I put my oxyacetylene kit in a veto bag.
Oh, the MB4B, I think. Right?
It's got the top open.
Oh yeah, that's solid. I didn't even think about
You pull the bottom thing out and the tank's
It goes all the way down. It fits snug.
snug enough.
Snug enough. Snug.
I was gonna try that. I was gonna try that with just the turbo torch. I didn't think to put the oxygen in there too.
It'll fit.
I'm surprised.
Yeah, I like that idea. I think I might kind of transition that one over.
Yeah. Everybody complains that the one I got, the Ambro controls, that it won't last. So we'll see.
Thank God your boy is done in less than a minute. We're talking about Brazing, right?
Yeah, because like I said, the one that I told you about, the oxygen is like super tiny. So we'll see how long it lasts, because you do need a lot of oxygen for that thing to heat up well.
That's what she said.
Dude, you must be feeling good today.
It was a chill day, like, bro. So last night, I think it's because like I'm running on these fumes, right? So my daughter, she's got celiacs, right? So always thought it was some bullshit. Nah. When you see your kid go through some shit like that, you're like, man, when she would cry herself to sleep and she had like a flare up. So Ashley took her to the hospital last night. You know, I stayed home with the boys. We got to bed around 10. And then like I'm off and on the whole time texting, how you doing? And of course the ER, that's where she took her, was all backed up. They didn't get home till 2:30. So I'm fucking restless sleeping. And then I get up at 6 and I'm like, you know what I mean? I'm dog ass tired. Get me a extra large Dunkin' coffee, rock that shit. Started to wake me up a little bit. Still tired because the drive fucking was exhausting this morning. But then I popped a fucking energy drink and I was like, all right, cool. Got a Monster in me on the way home. Everybody's good. Kids are happy. Kids feeling a little bit better. Cracked open a beer, feeling good. I'm gonna crash. I'm really gonna crash.
All that's gonna come home either tonight or this weekend. You're gonna have to catch up on your sleep.
Yeah, dude. That was, yeah. But it, you know, it's part of it, right? That, you know,
Yep.
Kids and stuff like that.
You're young. You can handle it better now.
Fuck, we were all sick as shit like a week ago. Yeah. It was, but now we're getting over it. Over to the hill with it. Yeah.
Yeah, I like we were talking about earlier about being tired and stuff. I mean, I'm pretty tired too, just from being out in the. Today it was cloudy. Today it was, but it's already May. Like it's what was that?
It's gonna be May. Nobody.
Riley's getting into something. Riley, come here, boy.
Let's get into my wallet again. Yo, fucking.
It was cloudy, and I was like, okay, cool, it's gonna be a good day. And no, it was still 90s.
Yeah,
I checked the weather. I checked the weather. The humidity is super high, and it said like 106. I was like, no wonder.
I gotta go see what he's getting into. I'll be right back.
Go for it, my boy.
So, man, it was hot as hell.
Yeah, it's creeping like to the point like the mornings and the evenings have been real comfortable. And I'm like, man, and it doesn't stay like that long. It's been like that all year so far, and it's been real nice. It's overrated. You know, it's good for your CNS, but other than that, yeah, it blows.
I'm trying to fix mine before summer like really hits.
Yeah, bro, I want to get my shit, but it's gonna be out of whack. You know it, bro. Like out of nowhere, like today, like my pec to my shoulder, like was just starting to hurt. I'm like, what I didn't even do anything. Maybe I did. I don't know. And I'm just like, you know, but yeah, no, the weather it's been cool in the mornings, you know, and then obviously during the day we creep to the 90s. Next week's gonna be mid 90s, getting close to those hundreds. So
did you get him away from whatever it was?
He knocked over a Dr. Pepper and he's licking it up.
yeah, I mean it's good stuff. There's that Dr. Pepper coconut shit out there. I don't know if you're into. Ashley's like a big Dr. Pepper fucking fiend. Like that's her soda. Like I'm not a fan, but she loves it. And there's this coconut one, and she likes coconut. So stopped on the way home at the Wally World, and they had 2 packs of them. So I'm like, well, I'll get them because apparently they're all sold out. It's a thing. So be on the lookout.
I've never been into the flavored stuff because like there's like when I go like the Coca-Cola stuff, there's like spiced ones now, and like
I'm a Coke vanilla dude. I'll ride with the vanilla and cherry.
Yeah, I've had the cherry. I used to like that one, but all these new flavors.
Yeah, I'm a 0 sugar guy regardless anyway, so they could, you know, trying to cut the calories. But we got this place coming in here called Sips or it's called Sips. Y'all ever? It's like it's just like a soda, like instead of like a coffee bar, it's a soda bar. And they got all these specialty soda drinks and shit. I don't know if they make their own.
Oh,
like,
wow.
Yeah, it's just a way to stay obese. All the sugar, bro.
Let me see.
What's in there? What we got?
What's your preferred torch settings? I had just seen somebody post about this.
I think it was 11. I go 5 and 10.
Yeah, I go 5 and 10.
I don't set it. I just leave it wide open and adjust it on my torch. I'm serious. It's wide open.
Unbelievable.
I used to. I think when I started, it was 10 and 20, and I was like, oh, I don't need that much. I regulate it now to 5 to 10 or 5 and 10.
Yeah, that's just where I keep. I read the book because when I moved down here, I just used to use a B tank, and I would be just like that, Kurt. I would crank it all the way, like open. I didn't give a shit. Basically, my regulator was fucked anyway, so I just had it all the way in, and you adjust it to basically the pitch. You hear the pitch of what you want, and you're good.
Yeah. Well, with mine, my regulator, it vibrates its way out. So sometimes I'll get where I don't have any gas.
Oh.
So I just screw that thing all the way in until I got plenty of gas. And I just adjusted on my
like forget about it. Like, oh my god. I don't like it's just shit. Bro, when I don't know, I may have talked about it before. When I first moved down here, I only ever used a B tank, right? So we come down here, the dude's like, yeah, you know how to braze? I'm like, hell yeah, I know how to braze, bro. And he gave me his oxyacetylene torch. I'm like, I'm just looking like he gave me the condenser, and I'm like, all right. I'm looking at this bitch. I turn the the oxygen on, it's just I'm like, all right, I just put that bitch on there. It's just fucking, nothing. I'm like, fuck. So I went to go, I had my turbo torch, and obviously the adapter was different at the time, and I didn't know. I ended up burning a hole through the service valve. I was like, yeah, but I can't braze. And I never heard of oxygen acetylene until I moved down here. So
I've done the same thing with a B tank.
Yeah.
I wasn't used to a B tank. I didn't know you had to get the thing freaking red hot.
Yeah.
And I burned up a fitting. I threw the thing out of the attic and went and got my oxyacetylene.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I've burned wires and stuff because of I was never used to the turbo torch version. Because it gives off so much heat in the area
far away.
Yeah, like it gets really hot everywhere. And I was like, oh shit, my wires are all melting. So
yeah, we've all burnt some wires.
Yeah, no, for sure. I did that video, I think it was last summer. I was doing a reversing valve and I burnt up in the service port or some dumb shit. I had to go get a new one because the way the filter dryer was cut in, it was cut too short, and I tried to unweld it and fucking burnt the hole right through. I'm like, and then got it all the way down to the brass, and I quit. I don't want to do this anymore.
How'd you do that?
Because they had this much on the like they stubbed just a piece to where the coupling of the filter dryer met the service port. And so I was just trying to unsweat the bitch. And then I got it just a little too hot and melted it. And I was like, fuck this. I'm done.
Yeah, I used to get kind of nervous doing the whole brazing and whatnot. Because I've burned holes through copper and heated up valves and stuff like that, and I didn't know any better. And I feel now I'm very confident with my brazing, or if I make a mistake, I'll fix it. Or I even told like any of my guys or my brother, like, if you mess up, I can patch it up. It's not a big deal. But when I started, I made a shitload of mistakes.
Hey, something? One of my first jobs, I went from the duct crew to the install crew, and the lead installer let me braze in the condenser.
Hell yeah!
And I did a real good job on the top. Of course, you can't see the bottom. I just took the torch and just left it down there, and they had to cut it out because I had 2 holes big enough to set a pencil in, and then they hung it up in the shop like a flute. To remind everybody that I had done that.
My man. Dude, but you'll learn. Next job goes, I got 3 holes, and you're like, son of a bitch.
Turbo torch is good for up to 1 1/8, or best 7/8. But it takes longer, and you got to be aware of your surroundings. Because like I said, I started using like a blanket or something to cover stuff. If I was using a turbo torch, because like, I don't know, it gets that hot behind it. But it just takes a little bit longer, which was what I was gonna say about the Ambro control one. It's oxygen and MAP gas basically. So I had to get used to it. Like I could raise the flame by adding more oxygen and then getting basically a huge ass flame on it, but it still takes a little bit longer, a little bit more heat to braze. I think oxy acetylene is still like your best bet.
Yeah, I'll just ride it out. What do y'all think about the Stay Bright? Y'all ever used it?
I've tried it.
No.
And
it worked.
And you didn't stick with it, or?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't feel
any reason
comfortable with it.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Like, yeah, I don't feel comfortable with it either.
I did try it one time. I tried it on the top of a suction filter when I did a compressor. I got it brazed up with the Stay Bright, and it worked.
Hell yeah.
I just decided not to continue using that.
Okay. I tried it. I wasn't that good at it because I don't soft solder a lot. And then but I feel the same way. Like, I don't know, it's a little too different. I don't know if I know it works. I know our buddy Dave has used it a lot. I think he uses it.
Who? Our buddy? Who the fuck you talking about, dog? Our buddy. My buddy? My buddy?
That DIY guy.
You mean that guy that's sporting a beard now?
Who's
oh
that?
Yeah, he is.
He's sporting a beard.
Yeah.
I don't
Oh,
follow him.
isn't he like teaching now too?
Teaching what?
Sure the fuck hope not, bro.
He has you can take his classes.
Oh, I'm sure you can.
It's like through Patreon or something.
Fucking.
But yeah, he uses it, I think, religiously. But I was like, every time I see it, I was like, I don't know. Like,
Bro,
I know it's rated for everything, but
you see somebody using that shit, fucking, as a homeowner, you see someone using that, fucking fire the guy. You see a guy using a Ryobi Ryobi drill, fire his ass. So speaking of that, the reason I said that, the Ryobi joint, so we had a customer, same thing. He hired out somebody that I'm strictly a nat gas brazier, solid. So he hired somebody else because they was cheap or whatever, and he showed me like their description of what was wrong with the unit, and it was way the fuck off. It's a 2-stage unit. The dude said it was undercharged. It was running in first stage. What do you expect? Because you're not fucking reading it right. You don't understand. So pop that bitch in second stage. Guess what? It's good. So I'm looking through the pictures he's showing me, and the guy had a Ryobi drill. I'm like, yeah, this is the guy you can't like big ass. I don't know, whatever. Like, you can't trust that dude.
I got
Like,
a sticker in my van that says, "I'm silently judging your filter." You were silently judging his drill.
Yeah, straight up, like, bro, like, you ever watch these commercials, right? Like, and this is just me, I guess, as like a technician guy or guy in the field of trades, and like we understand quality tools and things like that. Like, but all these commercials are like ARS and all. Dudes walking around with Husky bags and all this brand new looking ass bullshit ass Husky tools. You're like, bro, I see a motherfucker walk to my house with that shit. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna need you to just fucking go. Like, you know what I mean? Not saying it can't get the job done, y'all, because it can. But those
You can
start.
You can start with that.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a series on that shit. Like, you can go to Harbor Freight all day long, bro. And that's how I started. Yeah, I had Husky. I felt like a king shit when I bought my first $8 pair of linemen's, bro, that couldn't fucking open because they were so fucking like, yeah, look at these brand new linemen's. You know what I mean?
No,
But
I have one of those great big old Husky open top bags. I used it until the pouches wore out, which is about 6 months.
Yeah,
and that's the thing too. Yeah, because I had a bunch of tool bags in the past that I kept ripping or going through. You know,
I had the Husky open. It was a 16-inch open. It was half red, half black, open top with the metal bar on the top. And I bought 2 of those in the first 6 months. You drop just kept ripping. The handle fucking would tear apart, and then the bags would. $16 for a bag. I mean, that's, 32 bucks in a year. You know what I mean? Vice.
Hey, have you ever left your bag at somebody's house, go to a job 30 minutes away, and realize you left your bag?
One time. Yep.
I did it once, and they were gone.
No.
Really?
At a commercial site, I was at a fast food place because I've only had my stuff stolen, I think, twice. So this was probably the second time. I left my tool bag. I didn't even leave it inside. I left it outside by the back door of the restaurant. There was managers outside and all that, but afterwards I heard that they were shady, and my dad actually caught him one time trying to take his drill.
Get the fuck
out. He found it in his truck bed. He's like, "What is it doing over here?" You know. So I left. Not even like 15 minutes. I turned back around, and it was gone. Nobody knew where it went, and I was like, "All right, dude." And that's when I had to go to Harbor Freight, get all my tools, and then go finish my jobs and stuff like that. So that's that time that I've referenced before. That was quite a day, dude.
That's gotta hurt. That's gotta hurt.
Yeah,
I'm upset for you right now. I know, grieving process is probably over, but God, Lee.
It was when we like not when we started, but like early on, I was like, dude, I can't, like, I couldn't buy all new tools like right at that moment.
Right. I did leave a pair of needle nose at a customer's house from last Thursday. I just picked up today, but I called him like I was in the neighborhood. I was like that same day, and I called him right back. Hey, Mr. Lawson, da da da. And he was like, "Oh, I'll have them here for you." I didn't go back because I totally blanked. Went home, and then I finally was back today and got them. He put them inside.
You know,
$35 pair of fucking needle nose.
I got the special Klein needle nose with the strippers and the crimpers and all that stuff on them. And I lost some one time. And it's a customer that I only do preventive maintenances for. Come back 6 months later to do a preventive maintenance. There they are sitting on top of her condenser with rust marks
around that joint like a damn chalk line, bro. It was dead.
But I took that to my shop. I took a wire wheel to it.
My man.
On a grinder, and I cleaned them up, put some WD-40 on them. Good as new.
Love it.
Yeah, I got to clean a couple of mine up.
Gotta love the Kleins. Gotta love the Kleins, y'all.
So those things are worth saving.
Yeah. Well, I got to go back to the comments real quick. Obviously, nothing like a veto, right?
Oh,
veto,
yeah.
Veto all the way.
You can't. Yeah, screw these imitators and fake guys. Even
now they're all starting to look like some veto bags.
Yeah, it's like, bro, even Milwaukee did that shit. You can get the hell out of here.
Jason had my van broken into 3 times in 6 years back in Cali.
Nah, dude,
Damn.
that wasn't breaking out. They were allowed to just go in, openly take your shit and walk away. There was no crime committed.
I got my shit in my van insured.
Yeah, we talked
There's
about
too-
that. You gotta tell
There's
me how
too
you got
much.
it.
Oh yeah.
There's too much stuff in there for me to lose.
Facts. Yeah, nah, dude. Like, I couldn't.
Well, Nasty had somebody try to steal right in front of him.
What?
Yeah, someone tried taking the tools out of his van right in front of him, and then he showed him a pipe wrench, a 24-inch pipe wrench.
Yeah, oh, you see that? You could have this one, mother. You want to play a game? God, dude, I couldn't imagine.
Oh yeah. Now Jason's in Texas. He stays strapped.
Facts.
Anyway, I was just going back to the comments.
I love the comment.
That does remind me though. I gotta take the wrap van back in.
Oh,
So
talk.
I don't know if I told you guys or I mentioned it somewhere. Like I had a couple of critiques, which I would have been okay with, but the hood emblem, like they shrank it way too. Like I can't even see it from a few feet away. I'm like, dude, this logo, I can't even I can't. Right. Tiny ass logo, which is cool. I was like, whatever. Like whenever we get a chance, we'll fix that. Then I started noticing that they kind of like broke some shit on my
get the fuck out
on
of
my
here,
doors.
bro.
Yeah,
because they gotta take all the stuff apart.
Yeah. So not only they took a couple days extra, right? So I'm thinking about it. I'm like, they probably were just struggling with my van or something, and they didn't want to say anything.
Or they had to order the parts and they broke it and they tried to jerry rig that shit.
No, the clips are all broken because when I closed my door, I noticed like where you have the power window buttons popped out. I'm like, okay, and I tried putting it back in and it won't clip back in because the clips are broken. So then I went over to the passenger side. If it would have only been one thing, I probably wouldn't have been upset, right? Shit happens.
Yeah.
I went to the passenger side, same thing. They broke the clips on that. Then the other day, I was debating like how to tell them and all that because I was like, I've been busy all week. I don't want to take the van back in. And the other day, I was leaving a job, and then I noticed the cover for my mirror on my side, the side mirror, that cover just was hanging. I was like, no way. So I tried putting it back. The clips are all busted.
My boy.
Yeah, and we've used them before, but I've never gotten a full wrap from them. And they're a big company here in where I'm at, like very well known. So
better leave a review, bud. This is how this works.
I emailed them. They want to make it right, so I need to take it back in. Like they're like, we'll order the parts, whatever needs to be done, and they want to look at the logo because they were like, we shrank it a little bit. I'm like, no, you guys shrank.
You took it all the way down.
The size. So
there is no.
Needless to say, I got to take it. I got to find a day to take it back in, and I was just like, dude, like what happened here? So I got to deal with that.
I had an old dude hit my fucking shit, dude. Today, I was parked in a parking space. He gets out of his truck, and I hear this big thud. I'm like, I look, and he has the door open. I open the door. I'm like, did you just hit my truck? He was like, I'm sorry, I'm like, I didn't hit your truck. He was like, what do you want me to do? I'm like, there's a fucking dent. I was like, and like his wife, they were like older. I'm like, dude, like, come on. And then there's a scratch on the fucking on
the wrap,
right? Yeah. So it's like cut. I'm like, and it's gonna collect dirt and fucking asshole. Like, and there was plenty of room. I wasn't even close, bro.
Can y'all hear that?
What's he getting into?
TV in the background. Do y'all hear that?
Nah, I don't hear nothing.
Okay, I'll let it ride.
Yeah. I actually, matter of fact, I can hear it. Can you turn that shit down?
Where was that at?
I don't hear nothing. What do you mean?
Where was that at, Jake?
In terms of
where they hit you or the dent?
Driver's side. And then I was filling out my paperwork were
you like in the driveway or just out in the street?
I was in the parking lot.
Oh, okay.
They could have not parked next to me, but there was.
Yeah, I hate when that happens.
I was at like where the tree is in. They got a little island thing, wherever you want to.
Yeah, I do the same exact thing, and I hate when somebody pulls up next.
And he pulled right next to me. I'm like, what the fuck? Anyways, plenty of room. Like he opened his door all the way to hit the bitch, and I was just like, I mean, I didn't get like irate. I was just like, why did you hit my? like I asked him multiple times, but he's like, "What do you want me to do?" I was like, "Well, I didn't hit your door." He goes, "Well, you can." I'm like, "The fuck does that even mean?" Like, yeah. But like when people see our vehicles, bro, they don't give a shit. Like,
Oh,
it's
no.
like I got dents and dings all like my car isn't even, you know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know what it is. Like I said, I just don't give a fuck.
Yeah, my dad always like tells me about that. He's like, "Oh, they're gonna, don't park it, too
I park
close
it
to anybody."
normally, yeah, then that's the problem. I'm like, I'll
And
get that bitch in there to prove a
No,
point.
like when I go to the grocery store with it, I park in the back of the parking lot,
Yeah.
and I gotta walk the whole distance.
yeah,
But I need the exercise, so
Yeah, that's a good.
I've tried that, and I feel like people still fucking park next to me. I'm like, dude, come on.
Oh, you see that shit? Yeah, I'm getting next to it. What the fuck? Come on, man.
My van's like super long, and it takes up more than a whole parking space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I try to avoid people with it. I mean, you can't go to like restaurants with it. Like,
Yeah.
to go out to eat,
Mm-hmm.
you can't park in a normal regular parking spot at all.
Hey, well, I'm lucky. I can still go through a drive-through. I don't have the tall transit.
Yeah, I can't. I used to. I had a Nissan, the NV 1500. I could go with the ladders. I could go through a drive-through.
Now there's I still go through drive-throughs, but you gotta.
Should have, dude. He was like, "Well, what do you want me to do?" I'm like, "I should beat your old ass." I mean, that's what I should do.
There's some drive-throughs where I have to pull away from where you order.
Oh, and
They
get
got
yeah. 9
They
feet.
got a little thing. I pull outside of it and then I'll lean out and holler at them.
Yeah, my one Dunkin' Donuts was getting remodeled, and that's what I would do. I'd pull around the back, and then it was like double wide to get to the window, and I would pull out away from the window, open the door, walk through the window. Yep,
I do that in my pharmacy.
because they had the front side closed, but the drive-through was open. I was like, gosh, to get my coffee.
Somebody just sent me a $10 Dunkin' Donuts card, and we don't hardly have no Dunkin' Donuts.
I haven't used mine yet.
I got that one too.
Yeah, I didn't.
I don't know what to do with it.
You don't got none near you, bro?
There is one in town, and it's part of a CD gas station that I don't go to.
Oh,
well, you're gonna have to go now. Like, can I redeem this for something else? Like, $5. I don't care. Like what people do with food stamps. Look, bro, I'm gonna trade you this. There's 700 on this. I'm gonna give you 4. Can we work something out? Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
I tell y'all, I may have picked up a brand new apartment complex. I went over there to see it today. They gave me like a little tour of the place.
Mm-hmm.
They got 300 apartments there.
Bro, you can't keep up with what you're doing, dog.
I can't keep up with what I'm doing now.
That's what he said. Fuck it, I'll take it. How's it looking?
Well, it's all old equipment, so I know it's a lot of work.
Ooh, let's go. How'd you get that one?
One of the companies I work for, a rental company, their daughter-in-law, their daughter's gay, and it's 2 girls living on their property.
Okay.
And the daughter-in-law was working with them, but she quit and got the property manager job.
Yo, let's go.
At this apartment complex.
And that's all about building relationships, man.
And she called me and she said, "Would you be willing to?" I was like, "I'll try."
My man, bro, just hire a crew, sell them on the units. we did a job when I first started. It was 300 apartments, and it was all change outs on every single one. Boy, that was a gig. If we did more than 3 in a day, because we had a few crews, we got an extra $100 per unit. Like the most we did in a day was like 8, like, and it was cash. I was like, hell yeah! So you just get a bunch of crews and put a big ass bid together. Like, look, all your shit's old. I can work. Are they apartment styles above the like water heaters? Or are they full size units? Or
I didn't get to go in.
Okay.
I just saw the condensers. They were straight cool condensers from 1995.
Fuck out of here.
dang.
My man got the gold mine. Yeah, see, I
Oh,
did it. God. Kurt, so I was, if I'm not mistaken where you live, I think I know, I don't know if you said it before, but if 67,000 population where you're at.
Albany's about 80,000, 85,000.
So it's pretty big.
So the surrounding area, though, that's not in Albany, I would say within the surrounding counties is probably another 85,000.
Damn, that shit is big. Bro, you're like as big as where I'm at. Like, if not bigger, and I'm Orlando.
So the area I service is I say is probably about 120,000, maybe more.
My man locking it in. Good for you, bro.
But the thing is, I don't want to hire anybody.
You might have to, though.
Yeah, Steve's like, you got to hire.
Yeah, at this point, bro, look, I'll come up there and work some weekends, bro. You ain't but 3.5 hours away. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Dude,
bang this
I just
out.
had somebody come from Central Florida to come buy a generator from me.
There we go. That's my neck of the woods, bud.
Here. I was just like, wow. If you go make the trip, I'll sell it to you.
Yeah, and they did. Are those the custom ones, Joe? Where they got a made to order?
Oh, I have seen
Hydro
some of those hydro heat air handlers, but you got to have like gas, hot water for that to make any sense.
Oh,
That's
is that?
wild,
Oh,
though,
yeah.
30-year-old pieces of equipment, dude. Gold mine. I'll repair these all day long, every day. You can bang out. Hey, give me
You're
a
gonna
work
have to work
order
for days.
I was gonna say, give me a work order full of X amount of calls and call me when you have this amount. Or like, I'm sure you can. I don't know if you just do it. If you have a 24-hour service rule where like you're there within the 24 hours with them, or 48, or same day.
They were just like, please, we need somebody we can trust.
My man, how long was you with the other company before like this lady moved over there? You know, to be able to build that relationship where she was like,
oh, I've been with that rental company, gosh, since I started the business.
Damn.
Yeah,
Wow.
we have a few that
time.
we have a few or a couple that we've had since we started too, and those are the good ones.
Yeah, building them relationships with the people, and then you never know, like you with store managers and shit like that. You've talked about it before, where the dude leaves, goes to another store, and he wants you guys back out there. I mean,
and it happened recently, but then he got promoted, and then the other guy got his buddy back in there, the one that did all the
ass buddy. Yeah. Oh, he's good, bud. I'll tell you what, he's good for a case
They
of beer.
complained so much about them, and then I see their van back there, and
like,
there was I know we talked about it, right? Because there was a unit that needed a new coil. I've driven by recently, and they have all new units on the roof. I'm like, damn, they went in there and sold everything.
That's for the ones, and you're out there, right? So it's like, this is like when it comes to stuff like that, it's like, and you're probably, I don't know how you work it. If you were just bidding repairs versus replacements, but if it gets to a point where it's like that, I'm gonna give you the replacement options. At least that's the way it's out there, and you don't feel like you lost the job to like a nice profit margin. So like, I had 5 estimates this week, and we just actually with our distributor. Thank God. I'm like, I walked in there last week. I'm like, dude, we need to fix the fucking price. I'm losing jobs because our prices that you're charging are. Dude, we got some units down $800, dude. I'm like, hell yeah. So I adjusted the shit out of prices for this week, and I'm hoping like it was a big difference. So hopefully, like I don't know if that's how you do it, Adrian. Like those ones you lost out, and you're like, son of a bitch, I should have just quoted them a new system instead of a repair or something, you know?
Well, those or that one, yeah, because they made it seem like they wanted repair, right? Like fix it now, I need it now. And I just wasn't at that time, I wasn't really looking to replace because I thought that's what they wanted. But yeah, ever since then, and then like a little bit before, but like ever since then in particular, I'm like all about options, right? So like repair, replace, and then maybe even like a cheap or a good replacement, you know? Like,
not all day, bro. That's so we had peep this had a Monday had a old customer because we did a nice little marketing campaign. We threw out some text messages. Hey, we're re-engaging with these people. Bada bing, got a bunch of calls on. And we hit this old lady who we ain't been to the company, mind you, since 2016. Get out there. Oh, you changed the name. Oh, what is it? You know, acting like, okay, whatever. She has one of those old carriers where it's that slanted coil, right? And that bitch was just dripping off the middle of the coil. And it's a dry coil, right? Like it's lost its lubrication, right? Anyways, 25-year-old system. Okay. She had a drain or condensate pump underneath also, and she had one of those like petri dish, like a glass dish, flooding over. It was full of bacteria, growth, all that shit. Disconnected the drain, cleared the drain with a hose, didn't want to blow it apart. Took the condensate pump out, cleared it. And I told the lady she had a rust line on the filter because it's been leaking for quite some time, right? I said, hey, do you notice, you have this, you're going to continue to have this problem. This is, and your system's 25 years old. It's dripping down here. There's a few things it could be, but my experience with those is like that the lubrication that's on the coil is kind of gone. It's just dry because you can see how like underneath it's just like white and getting all funky on the fins, right?
No.
Or it could,
we call that a wettability issue.
Wet a bit, see, right?
Yeah.
And so she was like, I was like, hey, we're going to just charge you for the drain line because obviously the condensate pump was overflowing and couldn't pump out because it was all fucking disgusting. It was all like bacteria. She calls back. Y'all didn't fix the problem. It's still leaking. I said, ma'am, do you remember me talking to you specifically? And I wrote this in the summary. I took a video. I got pictures and I got a video of me underneath and the shit is dripping straight down. I said, do you remember me telling you that your coil's like this and it's coming straight down from the middle? She was like, yeah. I was like, and remember how I told you that was going to continue to happen, until, we quoted her for a quote. It was all rusted and pitted, R22 system. And I said, I'm not being that your system's 25 years old. I don't want to hook my gauges up. I don't want to risk any issues with it. That shit turned on, dude. It was like outside. Shit shake. It's one of them round fucking old pain units. Just shaking the shit. The bearings like woo, 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 woo. I'm like, yeah. You know what I mean? And I told her all that. And I don't know. Anyways, I don't know why I went on that tangent, but I offered her a coil and system replacement. And then she was like, I'm going to call somebody else. I need your license number and everything like that. I'm like, license number's right on the truck. We're not fucking hiding from that shit. We have background checks. You can go ahead and look that shit up too. You know what I mean? It was just like, man, I know you can't please them all, but she was like, you took my money. I said, ma'am, I'm glad to refund it. That's not a problem. I said, I will also come out there and double check it. If you want me with my gauges on, I will. I said, but being that your system's at a 25-year-old system, I don't want to risk, because she would be the one, like if I put my gauges on, your system's low, she would have probably realistically said there was something wrong. Or
well,
hammer. And dude, I just charged her for a drain line cleaning. Calm down. It was $99, lady. Like, and we waived the dispatch fee.
The wettability thing, if it's not such an old coil, I spray Windex on it.
So we you ever do like the Dawn soap too or whatever, and just
I've heard about that, but the Windex seems to work, and I keep it and just soak it in Windex.
Yeah,
and it seems to
like lubricate. Yeah, and that's what I planned on doing, was going there, just getting some dish soap, making it up, and just running it down. That's what I was gonna do if I went back there. And she was like, "No, I don't want you to. I'm gonna have somebody else come out." Okay.
All right.
But yeah, no, I've seen that so many times where it's just right down the middle. I'm like, this is your issue.
I've seen that a couple times.
Do they make is there like I'm assuming there's probably gotta be like some sort of coil coating spray you could probably just.
I have not seen one.
All right.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Right. Edit this part out, okay? Because we're gonna fucking come up with it, guys. Call Subco right now, Trade Fox. You heard it. There's probably something, but if not, that's our gig.
I need one of them to help me with my vacuum setup, because I got a bunch of units with Cormax fittings and I freaking hate those.
Yeah. Is that what you was doing today?
Oh yeah,
God.
I posted that on Instagram. I felt kind of bad because I tagged Ty in it, but
Can't you remove that core?
It's a fitting, so it unscrews and screws in. So that whole thing has to come out.
But there is
that whole port has to come out.
Expensive tool that'll let you do it without.
Yeah, how much is that shit?
It's like $700 now.
Just
starting
charge,
to
just
see
those
charge it to
Cormax
the job,
fittings.
bro.
I'm starting to see those Cormax fittings on ICP package units.
For real.
So they're not going away then, right?
No.
Like I don't like them. Oh, by the way, Steve says they do. He thinks it's new Calgon. That stuff you were talking about.
It's just it's just
I
like
feel like new
tote.
Calgon has everything.
Is it the purple can with the white cap? Because
there's a refrigeration technology like that, but that's for coil coating on the
that's what I was thinking. Maybe that's what I'm thinking.
What was I gonna say? Shit, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, the recovering. So like there's no easy way around it. I need a depressor like on my vacuum hose, and I can't take out the cores obviously. So yeah, I'm probably gonna try the subcooler, whatever it is method. Get one of those or something.
Coil protectant. They got a.
You mean
I haven't had to do it
You
too
mean
much.
the extra condenser that you put in water?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have one?
No.
Oh.
But I've seen them sold, and I know what they're for.
It's because like I normally don't deal with that, especially that much refrigerant in a circuit. Because this one was a Carrier 2-stage compressor, so it had 12 or 13 pounds in it. I think it was 12 pounds in it, right? So like I got halfway through or so, and then like the damn thing cut out on high pressure.
What's the capacity on those? Is that a 30? That tank you were using? What's the capacity that you can fill those with? Because you can't obviously go 100.
No, you go like 80%.
80.
Right, so that's what I do.
If you had a 50, you think? I mean, would it theoretically?
Maybe. Because I have a bunch of those because I used to carry them on the van in a rack, but I don't have the extra rack anymore in the new van.
Yeah.
So like today, I almost forgot the damn recovery tank, so I had to make sure I grabbed it out of the garage and took it with me for that.
You had,
which reminded me of something.
You had one of them 1 gallon jugs, though, right?
No. No, I waited for that thing to reset and finished it.
I got to pull a vacuum on a recovery drum for my job tomorrow. I just thought of that.
You're welcome.
I had to do it this morning. I had forgotten last night too.
Are you supposed to do that? Is that a thing? Yo, I had these guys, bro. They was in my last one. That's why I don't know if you guys watched when I did that compressor, but they're like everybody always. And anytime you don't fucking show something in the video, people come at you. So like the very next video I do something that pertains to that, I'll show it, and I show like, hey, here's the fucking vacuum. You can, you know what I mean? Like, God, gosh forbid you don't show you wiping your fucking ass when you take a shit. You know, like I'm gonna start.
The stuff that I record, I'll do that sometimes. I'm like, here's a nitrogen for everybody asking, shaking in front of the camera and everything. But I have like today's video. I cut out a lot of stuff, especially because my brother was helping me, and then my dad showed up.
Not, dude. Like
I was like, and I don't care anymore. I'm still probably gonna post it, but it's like I cut out like a lot of that kind of stuff.
Shenanigans, bro, because it's just so tedious. You just assume, right? Like, so for our audience,
and then you barrel through it sometimes because you're just trying to finish.
Facts, bro.
Somebody didn't see me weigh my Freon tank when I was charging the system.
Are you serious?
And I caught hell from this one particular person. I normally weigh it after I'm done.
Yeah.
And keep a tally on my phone so I know how much. You can't please everybody.
No, man, and I used to worry about it because I'm like, well, okay, I'll show everything, but then like, nah, it's like whatever.
Yeah, I write on my jug, minus whatever once I use it or some bullshit, so that way. But yeah,
I'm real forgetful.
It's okay. No, Steve, you're very smart and you talk very gracefully through it. Like I'll just skip out a whole.
That's what like him and Rick say. They're like, oh, I don't get any of that, or like they want it. I was like, no, you don't want it. I get this shit all the time. But
yeah, no,
I was like, you guys, it's because you guys, you sound smart.
And you articulate, you walk through it. Like, I don't know the viscosity of this shit.
Yeah, like they know what I mean? Like, on their jobs.
Look, bro, I just know the pressure needs to be at this. Okay, it tells me right here.
Well, yeah, that reminded me. Like, afterwards, I'm like, oh, I didn't show the weighing in or anything like that. I was like, my brother was helping me do that part of it. I was like, oh, it's whatever.
Bro.
Did you see that comment? Okay, a
Which
lot
one?
of my videos have a chirp and smoke detector in them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
A lot of them. This guy's saying I need to start stocking
Charging for that shit.
It's worse. It's worse. I've seen it. Yeah, and I've seen it like people that do like TikTok or Instagram stuff, like the little reels. They'll be in their office talking or something, and you can hear the damn thing chirping.
That's hilarious.
And everybody in the comments will be like, "Change your damn battery."
I see it and hear it so often. I'm numb to it.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah, we gotta fix that. Yeah, start charging people. Hey, it's gonna be $7.50 each one. 10 calls, there's $75. There's dinner for the fun. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm charging $14, $15 for a filter.
Oh yeah, well, all day long, man. You're a ripoff. I mean, you do the math. No, that's good, dude. Cause look, so essentially, right, a case of filters is gonna run these people what, $160, $130.
It can.
Why? Yeah, okay, and that costs you $21. Now, I'm not saying nothing against it. Like,
hey, I also charge for algae tablets.
You was talking about that, dude. I watch you though. You just pour them bitches
I was like,
and you throw them. Like,
yeah, I was like, who's the
them
one that throws them in there? It's Kurt, right?
Are you weighing them? Are you weighing that fucking shit before you put it into? Like,
I just estimate how many are in my hand. And
that was a solid 30. You said what, a dollar per, right?
$1 a piece.
I don't blame you, bro. Them bitches are expensive.
All right,
I don't mind if the customer watches.
I prefer that shit. That way, because I can just talk some bullshit to them. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, you see this right here? This is your saturation temperature and where it really should be. You see that superheat?
Y'all are
what you want.
Oh, it's because y'all are residential techs. Like I'm commercial. I don't like it. I will purposely take longer to if that happens.
Yeah, that's different because like realistically, it's like it's not their equipment, right? So like if you have a homeowner, it's nice to.
Well, that's the other thing. I never understand that part on my end. I'm like, this is not your money to begin with. Like, get off my back.
Yeah.
Well, you know, a customer, I don't mind them watching, but there are times when they can be annoying.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Tell me more. Tell us about that.
Well, that's what I run into a lot is when they're like over my shoulder and then they want to know every little thing about what I'm doing.
I don't mind them watching and all that, but when they start giving me 20 questions, I start becoming curt with them.
My man hits it with the business. Like, yeah, I'm gonna let you know right now.
I get that too, and then I also get like, is it gonna work? Or are you like basically like am I doing it right? Am I good or whatever? I'm like, dude, like let me. I was like, we'll find out together.
You just get there, you go look at the condenser, and you come back inside.
What do you think? Like I'm
still working on it.
Dude, I made a meme about that, and that thing blew up because everybody knows that how that feels.
I love it.
And then there was another comment. Oh yeah, Rick didn't change a filter dryer recently. This is real world HVAC.
Bro, that's another one. People want to hit.
I've admitted to that. Yeah. At first, I never wanted to, but I was like, it's happened, and there's a reason for it most of the time. It's not because I'm being lazy or anything.
Yeah, it's a good minute. I'm not fucking digging that shit out to do it. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, like the one that I have here, the company, like they probably didn't want to mess with it.
Yeah,
there's still a dryer outside, and they put one in the attic.
Well, you know something? If there's a dryer inside, and technically it stays dry.
Mm-hmm.
So like you pump down or something like that, it never lost a charge. I mean, do you really have to?
Do you? Yeah.
I normally do, but there's an argument there to say you don't have to.
True story.
And I was like, if you're doing everything you should be, I mean,
bro, everybody is, yeah. But everybody in the comment section is fucking super text, bro. Like, I had like, So I did like install last summer. I clearly didn't show everything I did. It's 10-minute video, bro. The amount of shit where people are like, I didn't see him do this or this or this or this. I'm like, what do you want from me? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm just here for some entertainment, dude. I hope you enjoy it. But like, they're like, didn't see him braze with nitrogen. I didn't see him flush the line. I didn't see him tie down the compressor or the condenser. I'm like, God damn. What do you? Excuse my language.
And yeah, then there's a bunch that I'm always curious as to like their input or what they would have done, or even if they, show me what you do, the kind of work you do, and then they're
where's
quiet.
your channel? Yeah, you'll see real.
I'll just try to keep it real.
Always, bro. It's
just
real
keep
world
it real.
Shit, bro.
I mean, and sometimes it ain't pretty, and sometimes it ain't perfect, but that's just real life.
And I'm gonna edit that shit out. You're gonna see a sweet ass transition.
Oh, I had one today that I was going to do a video of. It started out as a leak search.
Yeah.
I had no Freon in this thing. And
oh my God, he gassed it up with nitrogen now. Oh my God.
I pressurized it with nitrogen to 300
Put a little
PSI,
trace amount.
and I couldn't find a leak.
Yeah.
Couldn't find nothing.
And that shit sat on 300 for an hour too.
And I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
I can't make a video out of this because I got to charge this thing up now.
But that's real talk. Like you give the customer the option. Like you let them know, like, so something like that, right? Okay. What are you warrantying for them? Like, what if that shit leaks out? Are you going to warranty that refrigerant?
I'm going back to do another leak search.
Are you going to isolate or?
Are you going to put any leak dye?
Oh, what is that? Tell us more.
No, it's they gave me a banner, Spectraline.
The leak search I did was pressurized with nitrogen, and I used the AccuTrack.
Okay, yeah.
I want to try that. Yeah,
that thing is really good. And I didn't find anything, nothing. I even wet the coil and everything. So now that it's got refrigerant in it, I'm gonna go back with a sniffer and try.
See, that was the thing with the one that I did. The one I didn't want is it didn't have refrigerant, and I was like, I don't know if I'm sure it has a leak, but I wasn't sure. Like if I didn't find anything or it passed a pressure test, I would have just charged it up.
I had a lady. She was a 2014 system. Low pressure was running like 86. And she had her house was 79 degrees and she had her system off. So I gave her the options, you know what I'm saying? Like of what she could do. She didn't want to do nothing. So didn't do nothing. I mean, it was cooling too.
Yeah, and I've had customers ask me for like a leak seal. Like it's up to them. It's their money.
I give them that option. Like I only give them that option if it's out of warranty. Like I don't want to risk it if it's under.
Oh yeah.
No. I'm not going to use that stuff on anything that's got an EEV. I'm not going to do it.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm not going to do it.
Okay, I'm sorry for the beeping. I don't know how to turn it off.
No, it's fine. When I was at AHR, I've had the Spectraline stuff, and I mean, I won't get into it on this show, but
go ahead, just talk about it. Guys,
I've had it in the truck. I've had it in the truck, right? It's a last resort. But at AHR, I noticed a lot of people coming up to them and telling them other products would screw up systems, and theirs wouldn't. I don't know.
Is that what they tell you? Is it they told you to say that? How much they pay you for that?
No, I'm gonna do that on my own channel. We'll do that at another time.
I do got that.
I'm once bitten, twice shy by that stuff. I don't want to use it because that's a last resort.
Yeah, that is. So I give them 5 options, right? A, we do nothing. We do a leak search. We do a pressure isolation test. We do a leak sealant with the option, and we gas it up, or we do a system replacement. Like is that, and you pick, like because
the last one
the
last one that asked me, like specifically asked for it, was because it was an old bar cooler. Like they didn't really care too much for it. So they're like, "Can you just put a leak seal in it?" I was like, "Well, I have to go get one because I didn't have one on me."
Oh, they didn't send you one.
This was
I don't know how to turn this off. God. I'm sorry.
Put a
and
9-volt battery in it.
Was that?
Put a 9-volt battery in it.
And they call it. That's all she wrote.
Subcool HVAC had a comment from a viewer that he was a non-union scab for using the fluke meter.
Oh, what a clown!
What?
This Subcool is a savage. You see that shit that dude works on?
I subbed to him.
Yeah.
I need to catch up on some videos.
Great thumbnails, by the way.
He's in a different league from me. I mean,
Yeah, that's the type of shit where you see it's like, oh yeah, anybody can be an HVAC tech. Okay, like,
Hey man, I will say there's a lot of good channels, and even like I've been blown away by some guys on Instagram that are like, I'm like, dude, you're like you said, your level's up there.
Yeah.
'cause
like, bro,
I feel like I
just
work on simple equipment.
Yeah, right. Like, dude, I'm doing residential. Like, here's my contactor. Like, you know what I mean? Like, no, we run into some shit. If we go above and beyond, dude, like we do, guys, like we're there. You know what I'm saying?
Jake is an expert on push fittings.
The greatest. Fuck those pieces of shit.
Oh
Yo,
man,
they never
I meant to
responded to
check.
I tagged them in that leaking one, and they ain't say nothing. Like, I'm like, this. I said, well, ain't that some shit?
Oh, that was Parker Sporling, right?
yeah, they ain't
Yeah,
say
screw
nothing.
Parker Sporling.
Yeah, screw Parker. You heard it here.
don't
Kurt, jump in
burn-
on this, bro. Say it.
don't burn your bridges.
Oh, now all of a
Right.
sudden, Kurt is Mr. fucking political. No, I'm kidding, Kurt.
I've
You're
already
very-
burned a bridge with a
Don't say it.
infrared.
Damn it. Nah, they sent you a brand new one. You're good. My man got a fucking $1,500 leak detector. Like,
I
oh,
tried
you
to
know.
make it up to him by that video I did of the Stratus.
Honestly, that video makes me want to get that. I mean, the guy did a really good job.
He did.
Did they say anything about it?
I ain't heard a peep.
Well, that's okay because you're a new man and you're with a new company who is.
Oh, yeah. Field pieces
Let's
Oh, yeah.
go, huh?
partnering with me.
Yo, y'all heard it here first.
You gotta do that on social media. Just show the VCRT because I've gotten
Can we stop with
so
that?
many damn comments on it.
I've
They're
got I've
hating
sent
on
a
you,
post
though.
of it.
That's what you did. You posted
I
the
shared
same
a
thing.
picture with some
Yeah,
A tune
bad
behind
to the
it.
bone music.
and I have it didn't track well on YouTube, but it did really well like on TikTok and Instagram. And on TikTok, I'm getting like harassed over there because I guess they think I work for Field Piece or something. Like I never said anything or tried to sell them on it. Everybody's been asking me like, where do you buy it? People get upset when I don't.
People because they like I when I texted y'all, they should have had knowing
Well, yeah,
damn well. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, but people are telling me to send it to them, and this I'm like, I don't fucking work for Field Piece. Like, there was some people getting after me because I never responded. I'm like, it's
say
Field
they're
Piece.
aftermarket,
Wherever you buy Field Piece, ask them.
Go to
Yeah,
True Tech Tools.
Nah,
and
they're out of
order one.
stock. They're out of stock, bro. I ain't
Well,
sitting here waiting.
you would have to order one and then wait.
I'm gonna tell you,
Summer's
before
here.
I signed up with Field Piece and I got those VRCTs,
Yeah, they're
VCRTs,
VCRT.
you damn acronym pro.
I ordered one from True Tech Tools and I still ain't got it.
That's what I'm saying, bro. F
Yeah,
that.
somebody told me that they waited like a couple months for it. And I had somebody, it's like I don't know where we're gonna end this on, but like somebody commented over there and they're like, what's the difference between this and my $15 one? I'm like, where the hell did you get a $15 one?
Yeah.
And then they told me the brand of it, and I don't remember if he said it's from Amazon or if I just found it on Amazon. I'm like, dude, no, I'm not
I
trusting
would
that.
never, bro. Like, oh yeah, go ahead, put your micron gauge on that. Let me know what's up. Your shit's just good.
It's probably not rated or anything like that. He's
Yeah.
like, it's worked fine. And I think he said it worked for 20 years. I'm like, bullshit, you've had that for 20 years.
Okay, first of all, Amazon wasn't around 20 years ago, bud.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't know where he got it from because I was like, I found it on Amazon and it looks like an Amazon type of deal.
Plus inflation. Okay, so now that $15 one is
$16.
$115.
You know, in time the seals in them start to wear out.
No, I never had to change these.
I need
Not
to.
once.
I want to test mine because I felt like some of mine were acting up a little bit on
I
my
know
vacuums.
for a fact mine was fucking acting up, boy. I was pissed.
Yeah, I had a couple of issues recently. I need to test them.
Oh my god, it's a mess when you're pulling a vacuum and you think you got a problem,
That's that.
and your problem is your valve core removal tool.
Yeah. You know, bro. Like it happened. What was it? How did I like determine it? Right. Like once I shut everything off somehow, anyways, and that shit was just rising. I'm like, it's not even connected. You know what I'm saying? Like I valved it off, and it just was like, I'm like, there it is. There's my fucking problem. Something's getting past this point.
Yeah.
I was like, well, we're gonna let it rip.
That anyway, like I just want to finish what I was saying. Like that same guy was like, about the price difference, and then he's like, "What's the difference?" And I'm like, "Can you not see?" Like I specifically showed the sight glass, the extra valve. I'm like, it looks very different.
It's big
and
too.
Yeah, I'm gonna. I didn't get it in time to do some of the smaller equipment I had because I wanted to see how it fit. Because the issue I have is the levers. Sometimes they hit like a sight glass or something stupid because they wrap the lines around in some of the walk-in boxes and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be my test, but I got it after I did that call. And I've only done like these AC units where it's out in the open.
I'm doing I got to redo all the flares on a mini split tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
2 air handlers. So I got to recover all the refrigerant.
Yeah.
And I'm going to remove the valves and use those tomorrow and try to make a video.
Yeah, because you got those. You got the adapters, right?
Yes, I got 2 adapters.
Yeah. But yeah, that guy was also like, tell me why I should spend the extra $100 or whatever. And I'm like, I'm not here to fucking sell you this thing, bro. Like, I'm just showing it because I like it. So it was a whole thing. Gosh, that's what I'm saying. Just post it and you'll get views.
I will. I've got 2 videos banked for the next 2 days already. So it's going to be like 3 days before it comes out.
I did that whole month of April, and I'm getting backed up now. I need to get back to editing.
I haven't made a video.
You're gonna post every day.
Dude, I was so sick last week. It was bad.
Oh.
And then I got the homie with me now. I'm like, I'm not gonna record. I mean, I might show him on camera, whatever. But
just ask him if it's okay.
Yeah, that's how I am.
Yeah, he'd be cool.
That's how I am when my brother goes along or my dad. I'm like,
Yeah.
Subcool does residential small.
Yeah,
he's in South
Florida. I've
Florida,
gotten to where everybody knows I'm filming.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody knows I'm filming.
Big
so
old
if
camera.
somebody wants to come outside and talk to me, I tell them, you might end up in the video now.
You're like, you're on camera.
But if they're inside the house, I try not to get anybody in the house.
You had an issue with a probe today?
Was it a field piece probe?
Temperature probe.
Field piece?
Yes.
Tell us more. Field piece.
No, which that's what I use, and I've had no issues so far, and I've had them for about 2.5, 3 years.
Okay, well this is happening after I got it really wet. In the past, I've gotten them really wet, and it didn't have any kind of effect on them. But now this one,
oh my god!
When I filmed that video, the temperature was all over the place.
And what kind of probe was it?
The pipe clamp.
Oh, okay.
Which brand?
And today it was only off 3 degrees, so maybe it's drying out. I don't know.
That's interesting.
No, I've yet to have the issue. I do have to change my gaskets this weekend because they're pretty much like no loss fittings, and once you start to get a little, that's usually all you get. I'm like, all right,
mine are screwed up.
Yeah, I bought some the CPS ones. Yeah, so I'm gonna swap those out. I love them, dude. I want to get the I know we've already talked about them, the JB ones, but they look so big and clunky. I don't know.
Just because I just ordered something from True Tech Tools, they sent me an ad
How do I
for
turn this off? Sorry.
this JB probes.
Oh, they're trying to. I am so sorry.
I was supposed to try the probes too, but I think those are also out of stock for a good while now.
Oh. Dude, go.
I'm curious to see like
Tell
the
your
size
wife
on
to
them.
text him.
It's my wife's computer, so like,
Ding.
I don't know how to work it, bro. Like I'm so fucking stupid.
Do you ask permission to? Do you guys ask permission to record? I try not to record around the customers.
I have a single. I'm in a single consent state, so it doesn't matter.
I tell them I'm recording.
Generally,
Yeah, you just got to be up front if you're going to be around the customer. There's no way around it.
Yeah, I don't record around them.
They see the camera right there.
Yeah.
And when I go in, I'll say something like, if you hear me talking, I'm doing a video. I'm not crazy.
I was like, I'm not crazy.
I haven't had any issues. Like I'll set up like my tripod or something. Usually when I'm working, like the customer doesn't bother me. So, and if they do come around
here like, whoa, what is that?
Oh, I had one time I had like my tripod all the way up here because I was working off a ladder and I had like an extension on the tripod and a guy just came out and like looked and we just talked. Like just cut it out of the video when I was done. But
yeah, some of my customers have seen my YouTube channel, so it's like whatever at this point.
Yeah, well, you also have the advertising on the truck, so like
I took that from Kurt because he put his on there.
He does have that, yeah. So like it's kind of like
a major part of my route.
Yeah, so it's kind of like they, in a sense, know. You know what I mean? I guess. Yeah, not necessarily.
That's what I was gonna say. Like you got to be up front and just if you're gonna do it, just do it.
Yeah, just go for it. Most of the time, I ain't
I have literally gone to a customer's house. A little girl looking out the window says, "Oh, are you on YouTube?"
Yeah.
But before I get done, my videos are playing on the TV.
Yo, let's go. Well, man, like, yeah, I watch these too.
It was so weird when I started single consent state.
What did I say? That's what you said. Oh yeah. Yeah, like I don't care.
It was so weird when I started that I didn't record much, but now it's like, well, I mean, if you're gonna do it, just do it. So,
all right, I gotta check it.
HVAC obsessed here.
Is he on the tubes?
I think he said he started a channel. HVAC obsessed.
There's some things you need to record inside for it to be a story that follows. But
oh yeah, because I've scrapped so many videos because it doesn't make any damn sense.
Yeah, so just try not to secretly film people in their house. That's the thing.
Yeah. That's what I'm trying to get at. Like you gotta just be up front. And if they don't like it, just don't
post. If somebody tells me they don't want me filming, I don't film.
Yeah.
But I'll be honest, nobody's ever told me that.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I've had it
here. That's what I like to hear.
So, trying to figure out something?
Yeah. How do you do this, bro? You guys have a MacBook?
Yeah.
Nah.
How do you hit do not disturb on this bitch?
I don't know.
I don't know if I just edit. Can you guys see me? Oh,
yeah.
God.
We can see you.
I can't see you. I see a wallpaper full of flowers now. Oh, there we go. I can see you.
Well, I was going to ask if you guys had anything else to go over because we've been here almost an hour and a half.
Fantastic.
We can close it out.
I think that was a great conversation, guys. I think we should do a really good summertime video, like starting next week, maybe like a good preparation, kind of write down our stuff and be like, hey, this is what I do, and boom, and release it to the ether.
Jake, you need to release more videos, man.
Appreciate you, Kurt. You need to release more videos.
I mean, I wait on them. I'm waiting for you to post them, and then you ain't posting.
I know, brother. Adrian's done really good at it. Like, and I like how you just mix it up. Like, F it. It is gonna be what it is.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I'm a little bit tired now.
Yeah, no, you did great, dude. That was awesome. I like the new thumbnails and all that shit. If it worked, like, did you happen to notice anything in analytics from it?
I'm gonna have to go and look. I think there are certain days that I shouldn't post
Okay.
just on my channel, like they tank. So I need to cut those days out. I think it was like a Sunday and stuff like that.
Yeah, man. No, that was awesome. I do want to get to that grind, guys. Like like it's just like a daily like vlog, like like just work. Even if I mean it's gonna be work stuff. Like that's why I don't know. Get ready. I think we'll hit the ground running pretty good.
That scooter
Plenty of
video,
calls.
that was funny.
Thank
as
you,
hell.
man. I thought I was like,
That
yeah.
funny.
You know, my kids was laughing. They saw me driving up and down the road on that shit, and they were just like,
You have a drone?
yeah. You like that?
Damn it. I've been wanting one, but I told myself not to.
Yeah.
No,
Well,
I want one
dude,
too.
it was slick, bro. Like, yeah,
It looked
I was
cool.
like, man,
Who was
so-
doing the drone while you driving up and down the road?
me? So there's presets inside of it, and so like I would set it, and then I would like move my I'd put the controller down real quick and act like it wasn't no thing. But it's not the top of it's a DJI, but it's not. It's a Mavic Mini, but it's not the 4 Pro. That's the one I want. But where that
It
like
looked good.
it tracks you, yeah. So it was fun though. Like I thought, I was like, man, it didn't do like it got 1,000 views, but I thought it was pretty solid for like fun. Like it was fun to do.
It
Yeah.
was funny. I swear.
Thanks,
that was
man.
hilarious.
Yeah, he's like, I was like trying to be all cool with my hair and shit. Like, look at this dweeb. You know what I mean?
Oh,
And people probably like, oh my god. But y'all understood me. That's the thing. Like, it's for like people who watch
Yeah.
the channel. They know who I am. So
Oh yeah.
appreciate.
Yeah,
it.
like you got that comment recently. I saw that somebody and I don't know if there was their son or daughter.
Yeah,
that
you see
really, like,
that?
Yeah,
bro.
just
That
like,
one
they
hit
hear your
like,
voice.
yeah. I'm like,
that
damn.
was cool as can be. I'm glad he shared that.
Yeah, Ashley
You know-
took us like, yeah, she's like sent it. She's like, oh my gosh, my heart. I'm like, yeah, that like they're right. Isn't that like why we do the things we do? Like, yes, to show
Yeah.
the people the work, but like it does.
It's everybody you talk to, because
yeah, man.
that's why even right now, starting when I posted more, like I was like, whatever. It's like whatever comes up.
Yeah, dude, people are
post
gonna
it
go
just to
back
get-
into it because those things will
Yeah.
just continue.
I
had
gave
a-
that guy and the girl a shout out in the video that's coming out tomorrow.
My man, that's awesome. Yeah,
mean-
no, I had a, but then you get the video. I had a comment on Instagram. Like I just did, like I cleaned out the bottom of a condenser. Right, I was there for a service call, but the condenser was full of leaves. So the busy biker. So I cleaned the bottom of the condenser. Like I just did it. It wasn't part of the job or like for maintenance. And someone was like, "Good job, you know how to use a vacuum." I'm like, well, first of all, I used my hands first. Like I scooped it all out because if you use the vacuum, it's all gonna plug up inside of the hose, and
Yeah.
you know what I mean. It's just like that's like, it's just people are like, why even bother? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. So I guess we'll close it out.
Yep.
yes, sir. Everybody,
Appreciate everybody watching.
indeed, appreciate
guys.
y'all. Y'all are awesome.